of familiarity breeds contempt because we learn each other's flaws. Yes, indeed. So again, love is not the absence of conflict. Love is the willingness to stay oriented towards someone's good, even when the relationship is still unfolding. You like that? See how I brought that back? Yeah. So in the aspect of, I've had conflicts with some of the people that were here at the party, but I'm always orienting to someone's good. I'm always believing in the good of people. Again, that does not mean that people get the access to me, right? That's where your boundaries are going to come from. But I'm going to orient to the person's good, right? Like my ex cannot be all bad. He cannot. If he's all bad, then I need to sit down and question myself because there was 15 years and 3 children, and all of them were playing except Shady. She's our souvenir from Florida. But I'm always going to orient to the good of someone. I am going to believe that there is something there. Remember, I told you guys about my tattoo, right? The task is not to seek for love, but to seek the barriers that we built within ourselves against it. So I'm always looking for what are the barriers to a relationship. Okay, I might be the barrier in the relationship between him and his children. That's uncomfortable, isn't it? Right? Like, I don't want to talk to this bitch. I don't want to see her. I don't like her no more. And that is a valid feeling for him to have. Okay. What can I do about that? All three of my children have their own phones. You don't ever have to talk to me. You could come and pick these kids up at the mailbox for all I care. But these are the things that we're going to have to assess and really look at. Peace free says, with the willingness towards repair when love is involved. Just as orienting to someone's good is so good. It really puts words to some conflict I've been having with my partner. I love that, right? And for me, it's that calling forth, right? I'm going to conjure the best version of you. And I don't know what the best version of you is in this moment, but I do know one thing. I'm going to always orient to your good. I'm going to do that, right? Like when I sent that message, I was like 9 times out of 10, he has me blocked on his phone. But this is a new Facebook, so he doesn't have me blocked there yet. I'm going to send it to him via Messenger, right? If he happens to see it, he's not like a social media person like I am. He doesn't live on there. If he happens to see it, I'm going to trust that this man is going to call. And he did. I oriented to his good. I trusted in the best version of him, in the version of him that I married and had children with, right? Even when I've seen the worst of him. And that is something that we have to learn in community. Being close to people, you're going to see the worst of them. You don't know why you're seeing the worst of them. You don't know what they're going through unless they're willing to share. But we are going to see the worst of people the closer we are to them. That does not mean stay in abuse. That does not mean endure. I do not believe that love is endurance. I believe that love is accountable. I believe that love is healing. I believe that love has boundaries. Again, I will ride. I will not die. So please don't get this message misconstrued if you ever hear this somewhere and it's like, well, I've seen the worst of my partner, but I'm going to stay anyway. Sometimes staying is not what to do. See, I'm single, right? But you could always orient to someone's good. You could always make a choice that I'm going to call forth, I'm going to conjure up the best version of this person, and I'm going to trust in their goodness. And not for nothing, you have until you die. There's no urgency. Time is time, and time takes time. And we don't get to say what that looks like for other people. And we get to orient to our own good, right? What am I good at in this? Where do I stand? Where do I stay? Those sorts of things. So the reflection that I offer here is to ask yourself, where in your life are you waiting for relationships to be perfect before you allow love to exist? Right? And where might love be trying to show up in smaller ways? Right? Because in this example, and I often use my life, people will be like, well, he should have been there. Oh, he should have. I don't know what to say. That is a fact. I do agree. But what are the barriers for him being there? Does he want to come to his home? We built this home, whole life built together. Does he want to walk through that door anymore? Does he wanna sit in the yard that he cut, he built, he does, and sit and pretend that me and him get along and that we're friends? Does he wanna bring his partner and his other family to here and sit and do I don't know. But I do know it takes nothing to call. And sometimes it does take something to call because again, you're calling my phone. So you gotta hear my voice, you gotta see my face. You don't know what anybody is going through, right? So ask yourself, where is love trying to show up in smaller ways? That was the capacity that he had, right? With Kiana, we could bring it down to something a little smaller, a little lighter, right? Kiana was going to come over and help me do this setup. And I was like, sis, I'm just getting back from the birthday party on Saturday at 7. I was like, I'm done. I don't have it in me, right? Because she was gonna help me do this setup and body double with me to clean up my disastrous room because my cousin was coming in Sunday morning for the party. I was like, I'm done. We're shoving all these clothes into the corner and the bed is clear. And that's the end of that story. I don't have the capacity for it. She said, fine. The next day, she had her Sacred Sunday, right? Her own Wi Fi was messing up. So she had to kind of record it and reset it up. So she had all of these things. So by the time she got to the party, there was nothing left to quote unquote do. Now, I could be resentful, right? But why? People have to show up in the capacity, right? Their love has to be. So she calls, she's like, "What do you need?" I was like, "We need Pepsi," because my mother-in-law loves Pepsi at a party, and I totally forgot about Pepsi at the damn party. I'm like, "Please bring Pepsi." Like I'm like, "Bring Pepsi, bring Pepsi, bring Pepsi." She gets here just in time with Pepsi. We're able to sing the, birthday song. She lights the candles, and she does the cleanup. That's love showing up in smaller, different ways, in ways that you may not have expected. But when we put expectations